right, welcome to another episode of Wally Garage. So, for the tools we have here, this is a Diversion 180. It's a TIG welder, and I bought this so it can weld aluminum. Aluminum needs AC current in order to break up the oxide layer in order to weld it. I'm not very proficient at it. Had it for about 10 years, and I've used it only like 5 times. So, second thing we have is the Miller 211 down here, which is a MIG welder, which has a spool of wire. It comes out of the hole into the tube that goes to the handle, and then you can just weld and it just keeps feeding it. They also have the aluminum spool gun in here, thinking I could weld aluminum with it, but it wasn't doing a good job. So you definitely need to use TIG, so tungsten inert gas, and AC in order to weld aluminum. But this year, for 2022, Wally Garage has acquired this new product here. This is the Miller 625 Extreme Plasma Cutter. I've always wanted one, but I couldn't really justify it. Now, these all run 220 volts. So if we look over here, we have a plug installed that does 220 volts. I installed that several years ago to run the welders. But let's take a look what's inside here. So let's open it up. Okay. So here's the unit. I got the extra long cord. The extra long cord cost me $200 on top of the handle itself. I want it to be very, very long. Apparently, with that length, you could put it onto like a XYZ plotter cutter to use it. I don't plan to do that. I just had the long cable, so I didn't have to drag this thing around. But the unit's actually not too big. Pull it up here. As you can see, it's the Spectrum 625 Extreme. There's a 325 and a 625. These are both industrial plasma cutters. The 625 is the bigger of the two. The 325, I think, is smaller. Again, for industrial shop, not for home use. But I bought the bigger one for industrial use. I'll cut up to 7/8 of an inch of mild steel. So what you have to do is you have to put in here air supply. So plasma cutter generates that fourth state of matter. So you got solid, liquid, gas, and there's plasma, right? So plasma basically will burn through really anything. It generates that using an electric arc, and then it shoots a jet of air through that, and it blows away the molten metal, and that's how it cuts through the metal. So it cuts through fairly thick metal. And yeah, so let's see how this thing works. But Wally Garage now has an industrial plasma cutter, so able to fabricate really anything out of sheet metal. Yeah, all right, that's it.